What's up, everybody? It's your man's KJ the Great, dropping another edition of All Sports Media TV. But first, I want to say, I hope and pray everything is great your way. Now, we about to talk about it. All right, you guys. So, rumors have been swirling, and I've been paying close attention. I've been listening, and there has been mention of what I'm about to talk about. There has been mention of what I'm about to talk about. And what I'm about to talk about is a fight, a potential fight for 2024, early 2024 at some point, between two former unified lightweight champions. The first fighter, that being George Kambosos Jr., who is 21 wins, 2 losses, no draws, with 10 wins by way of knockout. George Kambosos. I like the fighter. I like him. He suffered back-to-back losses to the current, or we should say former, undisputed lightweight champion, as Devin Haney was placed as WBC champion in recess, making him the unified lightweight champion. He's still able to hold those other titles. He's still able to hold those titles. But the WBC granted Shakur Stevenson and Edwin De Los Santos the opportunity to fight for those titles next week. Make sure you tune in because I will be doing a live stream over that. But back to the case in point. He suffered those back-to-back losses, and he had a comeback fight for the IBO, not a major title, but the IBO, International Boxing Organization title, against MAXI Hughes here in Shawnee, Oklahoma. I attended that fight. I was ringside for that fight. It was not George Kambosos' best outing whatsoever. I thought that kind of southpaw style jinx, or the slick boxing jinx that MAXI Hughes showed, I believe he probably fought to a draw, at least at worst. I thought, and this is just my opinion, I thought MAXI Hughes probably edged it out. But one judge saw it 117 to 111 in that fight. I was ringside at this fight, people. 117, 111, I didn't see that. I didn't see that whatsoever. But needless to say, he got the win. Shakur Stevenson, he was in the building. He was ringside for the fight as well. And he was talking his talk after the fight and lobbying to get that fight because nobody else in the lightweight division are trying to fight him. So, yeah. Now, let's talk about the potential opponent for this fight, that being Vasily Lomachenko, the Matrix, Chenko, Mr. Untouchable, Mr. Make You Quit on Your Stool, Lomachenko, who is 17 wins, 3 losses, no draw, with 11 wins by way of knockout, former unified lightweight champion, the fastest man to be 3 division champion, whatever. Man, the man hand speed and foot quickness and everything was so unparalleled. They were pegging him to be the best thing since Muhammad Ali, one of the greatest amateur boxers of all time. I mean, yeah, he was that dude. But he lost to Teofimo Lopez. He lost his titles to Teofimo Lopez. He came on strong in the second half of that fight, but ultimately lost to Teofimo Lopez. And Teofimo Lopez ended up losing to George Kambosos. He got knocked down in the first round of that fight. He ended up knocking Kambosos down late, but lost the fight, ultimately. Excuse me. Prior to I didn't say prior, but he ended up Lomachenko ended up having a comeback fight against Jermaine Ortiz. Now, he didn't look his best in that fight. I thought Jermaine Ortiz fought the fight of his career against Lomachenko. I thought it was closer than what the judges had it. Uh, if I was judging, I probably would have had it closer to a draw. Jermaine Ortiz, he fought. I don't think I've ever seen him fight like that. And it was one of those things where people were saying, "Oh, Styles make fights and this and that." I'm like, don't know. But after that fight, Lomachenko got the opportunity to fight for the undisputed lightweight titles against Devin Haney. And we know the controversy that surrounds that fight. If you believe he beat Jermaine Ortiz unanimously, how do you believe Devin Haney didn't beat him unanimously? That's what I'm trying to figure out. If you go back and watch that fight, round for round, no commentary, no nothing, you will see Devin Haney winning a lot of those rounds. The best rounds for Lomachenko were the 9th and 10th round. But Devin Haney came out and he won the 11th and 12th round. He won the 12th round. He fought like he knew he had to win the 12th round. The body work of Devin Haney was stupendous. He fought and went to the body throughout the entire fight. You have to count it. It's not the prettiest punch, as if you're standing there and then boom, boom, you pop somebody with a 1-2 up top, make their head jerk back. That's a pretty punch. Boom, boom, 1-2. But it's not the same. It don't look as pretty if you're going boom, boom, down to the body. But it still counts, and you have to count it. And ultimately, that's a part of what gave Devin Haney the win over Lomachenko. No matter what Shakur Stevenson jumped in the ring after the fight and said. Clearly, if he had Lomachenko winning the fight, I got respect for Shakur Stevenson, but he don't understand why Devin Haney won that fight. That's just that simple. Now, let's talk about this. George Kambosos versus Lomachenko. Promoter, big-time promoter, Lou Dibella, has spoke about this in recent interviews, that this is a potential fight that he sees happening next. I myself would be excited to see this fight happen, but it would have to take place between January and March. Get this fight going because we want to see it. George Kambosos, he's been training. He's been in camp. Lomachenko took a little bit of time off after his loss to Devin Haney to be with his family and just enjoy time with his family. We all know the unfortunate events that were taking place in the Ukraine due to the Russian-Ukrainian war. Still send prayers out for everybody who's over there fighting, whatever the case may be. But he wanted to take time just to be with his family, be with his family friends, and just take some time off. Okay, that's cool. That's worth it, or whatever. But, if this is a fight that's going to happen, we want to see Lomachenko back in the gym, back making it do what it do. Me personally, skill-wise, footwork-wise, hand speed-wise, Lomachenko has, from what we've all seen, a big edge over George Kambosos. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that George Kambosos can't shock the world, because he shocked the world before over Teofimo. And I'm not saying he couldn't shock the world in this fight, but he would have to make a bunch of drastic improvements, and he would have to just make all-around drastic improvements to win this fight, I believe. But I won't give a final predictions yet. I won't tell you guys until this fight is set in stone. I won't say who I think could win or edge it out or none of that. I won't say anything. But I'm going to let you guys tell me what you think down in the comments. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate every share, subscribe, like, all of that. Thank you guys. Keep it going, because we going up as 2024 hits. We going way up. Thank you guys. Peace.